I was going to talk about is alcohol. Now, there's a very, very good YouTuber, very highly influential. I think it's Keshwani. I do apologize if I pronounce his name wrong, Keshwani. And he recently, about 2 or 3 months ago, had a very, very good video, short video about the origin of the name alcohol. And he ventured towards the Arabic. It does sound Arabic, I must say, the word alcohol. And basically, the bottom line is he came towards the conclusion that it refers to a man-eating spirit. So alcohol can be classified as a man-eating spirit. That's why, for example, it's always talked about wines and spirit. Now, what's a spirit? It's a force. It's a being. It's a disembodied entity that wants to take control of your body. Yes? And of course, that also goes way back to the story of the flood. When there was Nephilims, the fallen ones, and there was giants produced by them. The giants were produced as part of a sinful act between the fallen angels and the daughters of men, so basically women, as you and I know. So what I'm trying to say to you, if it's a man-eating spirit, and if you're a Christian and you rely heavily upon your goodwill, upon your mood, to intoxicate yourself with alcohol. And I'm not saying, a glass of wine here and there. I'm talking about a consumption that's regularly. Yeah. Then I believe you need deliverance. First of all, you need to acknowledge that problem, that situation, and don't shy away and say, well, Christ drank wine. Yes, he did. And I will tell you right now, the wine that Christ drank, yes, it was alcoholic. I can't get away with that kind of claim, or it wasn't fermented, or it wasn't this, or it wasn't that, unfermented, or it was fermented. No, it was wine. But the mixture of the grapes and the purity was purer than it is nowadays. So basically, if you could imagine very highly concentrated grape juice with a limited amount of alcohol, because in those days, it was quite a high quantity that the people drank, because in those days, water itself was contaminated. So they had to have juice or wine, as they say it, to drink. And they would have, in that culture, Palestine, in that first century, they would have basically drank the wine as maybe in England or Great Britain, people drink tea right now. Okay. So, so that's basically the situation. So do not use it as an argument, please. Do not tell me, oh, Christ drank, and all the disciples drank the whole time and there's nothing wrong. Of course, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with alcohol. I'm saying the abuse of it and the use of it. I personally stay away from it. That's my belief. And I can take you to many, many scriptures. If I had time right now, I can take you and I can take my case for it. Yeah, so please do not. And that's the judging part again, because we have these on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, particularly in North America, in the States. You have preachers, even in the Bible Belt, who are very fervent, that go out to nightclubs, to stand outside the nightclubs, as we should be doing the very same as well. And they are basically confronting the people. And the majority of Americans would say that they're Christians. They have a Christian belief system in America, a bit different like the UK, for example. And they would say, well, there's nothing wrong with smoking weed, and they would still say that they're Christians. But their lifestyle is anything but holy. And when I'm saying holy, I don't mean an outward appearance, because many people have told me as well, I certainly don't dress or look like a Christian, whatever that is meant to be. So what I'm trying to say to you, the holiness that the world looks upon would be something like an attire, certain clothes, certain kind of dress sense as well. But what Christ talks about is the holiness of God, the Holy Spirit who makes us holy, especially the Corinthians church, the Corinthians believers, who came out of a lot of fornication in a sin bed of iniquity, sin city, you might say, Corinth in those days. So holiness is of the Lord.